So imagine being 8 years old and carrying the weight of a diagnosis that most adults spend their entire lives trying to avoid. Of walking into a classroom and feeling your stomach do somersaults and twist into knots, not because of a test or a pop quiz, but because of the whispering and the teasing and the fear of being judged before you even take your seat. This is the lived reality of more children today than ever before. Childhood obesity is more than just a medical term. It's something that is affecting the way a child breathes, the way they sleep, the way they move, the way they learn, the way they see themselves. It is massively disrupting their physical health, their emotional well being, as well as their sense of belonging, both in the world and in their own skin. And it's not that children are failing. We have created a world of highly processed foods, of endless screens, of busy schedules and mixed messages. And the kids, they're just responding to the environment that they've been placed into. So today I'm going to discuss three things: how obesity affects a child's mind and body, the environment and routines that have been created that are causing these children to struggle, as well as the realistic steps that families and communities can take to help these children live healthier, happier lives. It's not about blame, right? It's about responsibility, our responsibility to take these small, meaningful, manageable steps that have massive potential of rewriting the entire future of these children's lives. Cleveland Clinic, February 21st of 2024, states that around 14.7 million children and adolescents in the US are suffering and struggling with obesity today. And for many, that means that they're at risk of conditions that we generally associate with adulthood, right? High blood pressure, high cholesterol, insulin resistance, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Many of these children are also struggling and experiencing asthma, sleep apnea, joint pain, as well as a significant increased risk for obesity in adulthood. Right. On top of that, the emotional impact is just as severe. We see with PubMed Central, September 4th of 2020, we have a 300% increase of obesity since 1976. And with these individuals, they are struggling, they're suffering, they're battling with depression, right? With isolation, with low self-esteem. They're reporting reduced quality of life and feeling a constant judgment and feeling left out, right? So obesity is not just affecting the physical aspect of these children, it's reshaping their entire childhood experience, right? And the causes, they run deep, right? It's more than just kids should eat healthier. We have PubMed Central of February 20th of 2024, as well as Medical News Today of September 26th of 2024, that highlight the multiple factors at play, right? We have a food industry that is filled with processed foods and sugary snacks and cheap fast food and high sugar drinks, high sodium meals, right? We have a marketing industry that is heavily directed exactly at children. We have sedentary lifestyles with massive reliance on screen-based entertainment, and we have parents. They're overwhelmed. They're stressed. We have trauma in the household. We have divorce happening. We have low emotional support. We have dysfunctional relationships with food, dysfunctional routines, sleep disruptions, all these factors that are out of a kid's control, right? And parents, they are trying their best. It's just the system is flawed, right? It's simply easier for them to hand their child an iPad and purchase a $2 processed meal. It's not about personal failure, right? It's about being in an environment that has made healthy choices increasingly difficult. With that being said, we need solutions that are accessible. We have the CDC of September 19th, 2025, that goes a pretty conventional route, right? It is recommending that parents, of course, model healthier behaviors. right? Engaging with high functional foods, whole foods, lean proteins, less sugar, less sodium, more fruits, more vegetables, adding variety in, and spending more time with your family. I think a lot of us are pretty aware of this suggestion, this recommendation, and it can be challenging to uphold, which is why I like two pretty more creative ideas, or at least a little more involved ideas. One being with New Hampshire Union Leader, June 11th of 2025. It recommends building a more positive relationship with food, right? We want to increase curiosity, lower pressure, use probing questions to really get into the experience that the kids are having with food, not just telling them what's good and what's bad, right? Making it more of a fun um, experience. Another suggestion within that same article is going either growing your food at home or taking your kid to the farmer's market with you or to the grocery store with you and having them pick out foods with you, right? Letting them be a part of that process of decision making and choosing and selecting, right? And then that actually really ties in with an article by Associated Press News of February 2nd, 2025, which has my most favorite suggestion of all, inviting the kids to cook with you, right? This has a multitude of positive effects. First of all, it's building confidence, right? It's building life skills, it's family bonding, and ultimately it's just fun. And it's reducing screen time. This is something that is going to have a massive emotional impact on them moving forward. It's creating not just emotional safety, but ability to more healthy to have healthier relationships long term as well, right? To be able to regulate their emotions, building mindfulness around food, around hunger cues and fullness cues, right? So these are inexpensive. They're lifelong habits. And there's something that helps the adult as well as the child. So when we're talking about childhood obesity, we're not just talking about numbers, right? We're talking about futures. The future of a child who avoids recess because movement hurts. The future of a child who is bullied for a body that they don't know how to change. Right? The future of a child who learns early on how to hide and how to manage their emotions through food. But we're talking about something just as incredibly important, which is hope, right? If families and communities and schools, if they can step in with structure, with support, with healthier habits, everything for a child shifts, right? They gain confidence, they gain energy, they gain a sense of control and of self-worth. These solutions aren't out of reach, right? They start at home. They start at the dinner table. They start at the grocery store. They start with a 20-minute walk or a conversation about emotions and not just about food. Every small choice that we choose to make is a message to that child, a message that they matter, that their health matters, that their future matters. It's not about guilt. It's not about blame. It's about action. It's about letting this be the decision where we tell them that their well being is worth it, that their well being is worth the effort, it's worth the awareness, and it's worth the change. It is our collective responsibility. Their health is our collective responsibility. And together, we're able to create that change.